Hi, Joe Murphy, and I'm on the fourth seminar video. If you haven't had a chance, please watch the previous three videos. They're about 3 minutes in length. I could do a whole day session on this, but I want to give this to you in bite-sized chunks because it's not a difficult thing to learn, but I want to create the foundation or the basis to going forward. I've been studying this concept, I guess, for about 12 years now, maybe a little bit longer. Actually, yeah, probably about 16 years now. And it's culminated in a couple of books that I have. One is Living by Design, previous book that I wrote about 3 years ago. And this book that's going to be coming out in 2005. And it's in a question and answer format. I'm going to show you a little copy here. I'm just going through the final stages of editing. And I'm going to go through some of the material because I just got inspired as I was going through a section called Your Life Principles. And your life principles are something that I learned from Dr. 𝗟𝗲𝗍𝗆. He was an Olympic coach. He's a psychiatrist, graduated from medical school of Cornell. And he went on to coach high performance business people in the hedge fund trading area. He's written a number of books that I've read. I've devoured them and I've taken them apart. And a lot of my material, frankly, comes from Dr. 𝗟𝗍𝗍𝗆 and also 𝗵𝗿 𝗍𝗆. If you're not familiar with 𝗵𝗿 𝗍𝗆, you're familiar with the hierarchy of needs, but he wrote a number of books that are very deep and very good in terms of high performance individuals. And this is what the psychology of leadership is actually about. How do we get more performance out of ourselves? And this is where I'm taking this book, Tapping Our Infinite Potential, and the subtitle is The Q&A Guide to Self-Mastery, Confidence, and Unleashing Your Talents. And so this is in a question and answer format that I've developed over that I've been working, I guess, for the better part of a year. All right, so let's go to number 4. Okay, here's the question, and the question's on the board. How do life principles affect us today? So I talked about this in the previous 3 sessions. And how do they affect us, and how does this relate to others? How does this affect us in terms of relating to people that we work with, or that we're married to, or we have a relationship with? So let me come back to this concept of life principles and explain that as children we form these life principles, and they still operate today as adults, as we are as grown-ups. They dominate the way you relate to the world. They dominate the way I relate to the world. And as a result, we don't actually experience reality. And this is a critical aspect here. We don't actually experience reality because we talked about, you've heard this idea of filters and lenses and perspectives. But this is how we see the world, through these life principles that we picked up as children. So you experience the world through these life principles that you picked up when you were a child of 5 or 6 years old. And then these were beliefs and interpretations of how you see the world. And each day, each hour, each second, they were continued to build upon each other. And so now these filters, if you want to call them that, I'll call them life principles, help you see reality a certain way. Okay, when I say the word help, that sounds positive, but it also can be constrictive. They cause you to see the world in a myopic way. Okay, they act as a set of lenses or filters. And everything that you experience comes through these filters. Everything does, which allows certain things to come in and keeps you from seeing images that are not in line with how or what you've been conditioned to believe. We relate to others through these filters. That is, we only see part of the person based upon what we know or believe. Does that make sense? I want to say that again. We relate to others through these filters, and we only see a part of the person. The part is what we know and what we believe. and we filter out other things. And this is the idea of how does life principles affect us today, and how do they relate to how we work with others? Does this make sense? I want to continue on with these videos because I think this is critical to your success, especially when I discuss the psychology of leadership and how you can tap into your infinite potential and become the leader you were designed to be. I'm Joe Murphy, and I am here for your success. Thanks for watching.